So, this middleman, he said he had a BMW Lion's Head motorcycle at his place. He claimed he got this bike when he was out collecting merchandise. He rode it for a few times, and then he met this young woman he's with now. After that, he ended up separating from his second wife. And then, the car has sat idle until today. Now they're going to Suzhou to start a seafood business. This time, he came back to sell off all his assets and the old house. The car, I bought it for 12,000, which was a bit expensive. I didn't bargain well when I was negotiating the price, but I secretly took some other things from his place. Even though we paid a bit too much for this car, he swore to me it's awesome. Just replace the battery, add some gas, and it'll run. Plus, old Dung barely rode it. He didn't even get to third gear. It even has heated handlebars, but the key to the car is missing. But that's okay. As long as you can find 3 numbers, I can get it started. If you lose your car keys, call me. I'll come save you. I kept taking off his car seat. Inside, it was an electronically adjustable shock absorber. This thing, I bet it's worth over 2,000. I hooked it up to an external power source, and the dashboard lit up. The windshield is even electric. This car's specs are incredibly high-end. I thought we'd stumbled upon a fantastic deal. I would have been absolutely overjoyed, but it just won't start up. At that time, I foolishly thought it had been parked for too long and the switch contacts were oxidized, causing poor connection, but I took it apart and it still only made a clunk sound. I then thought I hadn't connected the wires properly, but that wasn't the problem. With our limited experience, this car shouldn't be as bad as he says. I quickly removed this casing, found its starter motor. I'm ready to power it directly. This way, I can use the simplest method to rule out any wiring faults, because this car was really quite expensive for us.
Damn it, I connected it directly with a wire and there's no response. Now, either this starter motor is broken or his engine is seized internally. This job is completely ruined.
I quickly pulled off its starter motor. The gear rod felt limp, just like a dead chicken. I then cranked the engine a couple of times. The engine was fine. It seemed the problem truly was with this motor. I reconnected the power to it once more and shorted its terminals, but it still didn't respond at all. This motor must have been sitting for too long, causing it to rust and seize. I gave it a tap and a shake, and it came to life. It gave me a fright. I thought the engine was dead too. I'll continue to remove its fuel tank. This pipe is completely rusted. I'll have to clean it out later. And this fuel tank is quite old. It's huge. What's important is that for the car's lightweighting, the designer surprisingly didn't design a subframe for it. You have to give him a thumbs up. Its steel head is as big as 3 of my fists, and its neck is so thick, this car must be incredibly powerful. And with 3 front shock absorbers, its comfort must be superb. Now I'll grab the car tuning guide, remove its ECU, and find outside help to deal with its anti-theft chip. I took out his fuel pump and it was very clean. I connected the power and it worked perfectly. Then I cleaned the fuel tank and it was spotless. I took off his ignition coil, praised it again, and then I tested it. All these parts are working perfectly. They can really last 10,000 more.
Then I remeasured the steel for him. He has 10 pressure bursts. That's plenty. This car's power must be really fierce.
And by the way, I'll let you in on a secret. Quasi-guaranteed used cars.
With gasoline added, this car meets all the criteria for finding a car. You can try using it. Good luck, everyone.
Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and hit the bell icon to stay updated with our latest videos.
Hit that disc, this car can now hit it, but once it does, it makes a vroom sound, a bit like a racing car. The most important thing is that it emits smoke from the exhaust pipe and even sprays out so much engine oil. This car is not as good as it claims.
Take a shot. I really missed it. Buying such an expensive car blindly. Now as soon as it starts, it revs like crazy. I think this problem isn't much. It's just the throttle getting stuck, too much air intake, or maybe too much fuel injection. Just a few reasons. It's still quite easy to troubleshoot. But it's puffing smoke and spraying oil, which is most likely an internal engine problem. This foreign car purchase is really frustrating. I pulled out its intake pressure sensor. It was a bit dirty, but fortunately, I cleaned it and put it back. Luckily, its fuel injectors are working fine, not leaking oil, everything is intact. I used BMW's special parts but didn't read any fault codes. It didn't break down in the usual way, and I'm a bit confused. However, I did find this button. It has a cruise control symbol, but this car uses a throttle cable. So, according to the usual setup, this car would need a small motor to achieve cruise control functionality. This should be its control box, but the wires coming out can't be pulled. I followed the wires back, and they looped around to this little black box. I pried open the lid, and sure enough, it wouldn't turn. The problem is right here.
See, it's this guy who's in a hurry now, causing all of this.
Then I sprayed some WD-40 on this cable and repeatedly worked it through until it was smooth, then put it back together the way I took it apart. I think this old car's problem is finally solved. Then I also took the opportunity to clean its engine cover. I'm going to try starting it again. Wish you good luck.
Yeah.
Now the problem of it starting as a turtle car has been solved and the idle is stable, but it still occasionally spits oil out of the exhaust pipe. This might require a major overhaul of the engine. However, I am not very confident in repairing this engine, so I think it's necessary to call your third granduncle to help suppress it.
This car we bought wasn't cheap to begin with. I thought if we resold it to old Dong, we could make $1,000 or so. That would be great, but now we have to go fix his engine. So now I'll have to use my dirty tricks and some of my clones to come help.
That's not right. This is his exhaust pipe. Normally it shouldn't be blocked. If it's blocked, it will lead to burning oil. And in severe cases, oil will leak out through the exhaust pipe.
Is it possible that it really was him blocking it that caused all this? Please forgive me, I'm not a professional mechanic. I don't have enough experience to accurately find the problem. But this pipe is definitely wrong, and this rod is also blocked solidly. I think the root of the problem is here. It must have had issues before, and he didn't fix it, then fooled us by saying the car was great, and sold it to us for such a high price. His cylinder head cover and sincerely used an endoscope to take a look at its combustion chamber. The inside of the cylinder is in very good condition. I think the problem lies with this exhaust pipe. I quickly put the necessary parts back in place simply, and I want to test it to verify our guess.
After searching for about a minute, the smoke reduced a lot and there was no oil spraying. This clamp ring had a pipe blocked, which really gave us a hard time. Luckily, I was cunning enough and a bit attentive to notice this edge. Otherwise, we would have taken apart the engine without finding it. Now we need to quickly assemble the car and go out for another test. After a boarding meal, I finally recommended it to him. It looks a bit cool and has a very robust design. No wonder that rider can win 3 times with it, but it's a bit dirty, so next time I'll wash it before setting off.
Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and hit the bell icon to stay updated with our latest videos.
This time, this BMW touring car is successfully revived, but the handling is so-so. I'm going to ride it to find my second spring. You have to keep it a secret for me. I wish you good health and prosperity.